Welcome to Flutter for absolute beginners. So I'm going to introduce you to Flutter and walk you through on how you can build or run your first application in Flutter. So let's get right into it. What is Flutter? Flutter is an open source UI software development kit created by Google. Now, one thing that is good with Flutter is that it is natively compiled to any platform. So which means that once you develop the application with Flutter, that single code base will be compiled or can be compiled to multiple platforms. That is, if you develop an application with Flutter, you can try to compile it to run on iPhones or to run on iOS or to run on Android or to run as a web application or to run as a desktop application or to even run an embedded application. That's an application that will run on devices that are not our regular computer systems. Now, why Flutter? Because there are other options. One of the very prominent ones is React Native. I've also done videos on that. You can find them in my channel. Now, why do we need to use Flutter, or why choose Flutter over the rest? Now, Flutter, apart from the fact that it's with single code base, it can be compiled natively to other platforms. Like I have said, it is very fast in performance. It has an expressive UI. It has hot reload. So in Flutter, all that you see, what makes up the entire thing as you develop your application is all widgets. Everything that you do in Flutter is all about widgets. And that is why it's very easy to work with or to use to develop applications. Now, the UI is consistent across board. So if you develop an application using Flutter, the platform that you're going to deploy it to, it will natively adapt to that platform. So it has that consistency. It has that uniqueness. Now, in order to use Flutter to develop applications, there are a few things you need to put in place. You need to download and install the SDK, then set up the editor. Once you create an application in Flutter, what happens is that it generates a sample app for you that you can play with and get familiar with the platform. So before we do all that, let's get started and set up the environment. So the first thing we need to do is to open our browser. We'll go to flutter.dev. Get started. Once you get started, it takes you here, as you can see. So here, I'll click on this particular one, which is the newest one. So once you click on it, then I'll put the various URLs in the description of this video. So you can, because if you look at this one, you see that it has docs.flutter.dev install archive. So that I don't have issues with all those things, I'll put the direct download links in the description of this video. So I will download it like this. I've already downloaded it actually. So it has been downloaded. So after it has been downloaded, so you need to extract it to a directory. So I'll just extract this one to my C drive. Okay, so now it has been extracted. So the next we need to do is to download look for install with VS Code, as you can see at the left here. So click on install with VS Code. So it opens up like this. Then you come down, scroll down here. So then look for, of course, choose your platform. I'm using Windows. So then you also need to download Git for Windows. I already have that downloaded and installed in my system, so do that as well. So once you have done that, so then click on download. This has actually also been done in my own, so I already downloaded it. So install it on your own. So as you can see, so if I click on that, it downloads. But like I said, I've already downloaded this, so I'm going to stop that. I'm not going to download it again. So you can see. All right, so you see that this is where they are. So we'll just install it. You also need to download Android Studio if you intend compiling to Android platform. So now, download Android Studio. Now, so mine has been downloaded. Then you install. I've actually downloaded and installed all this. So now I will open VS Code. Then I also open Android Studio. So this is the Android Studio. In Android Studio, you can set up the emulator and all that. So you go to SDK Manager. So let's check out the SDK Manager. So click there and select SDK Manager. So you can see Android SDK here. So here you have the various versions or the various platforms here. So look at SDK tools. So make sure that all these are selected. If they are not selected or installed, make sure you install them. Okay, so these ones are already installed. So make sure that all these things are checked like this. Then you install them. Then now let's set up the emulator. So look at this device manager here, or you can come through this area and select tools. Then look for device manager. So click on it. So it opens up like this. So if you have any, it will be listed here, or they will be listed here, as you can see. Okay, so I've already also done this one. So now you can, if you want to add a new one, click on this plus sign. Then click on create virtual device. It opens up like this. You open the add device dialog like this. Then look for any one that suits you. So I'm going to be using medium phone. Now it's very small or medium phone, but I'm going to be using medium phone. It's very good for if you're using a system that doesn't have more GPU and so on. Okay. Now, but you can actually select anyone, as you can see. So you can pick any one that you want. But in this exercise, I'm going to be using medium phone. Then you can also select tablet if that is what you want to work on. Then for Wear OS, desktop, TV, automotive, and so on and so forth, you can select any of them that you are working with. But this exercise will be using phone. All right, so once that has been done, so you see it here. Then you can also clear the memory by clicking on wipe data, as you can see. Then of course you can also delete it if you don't want it again. All right, so this one is done from this end. Then you can pair devices using Wi-Fi. Okay, that is only any cable and so on. All right, so then that is done. So this is what we have. All right, so now that that has been done, so the next thing we need to do is to go to the Flutter directory, which is in my case C drive, then Flutter folder, then you have all the folders and files within it. So what we need to now do is to set up the environment variable. So now setting up the environment variable, search for env from the start menu, as you can see. Then click on edit the system environment variable, click on it and it opens like this. Then you see the system property, then click on environment variables. So on the environment variables, double click on path. So once you do that, then it opens up like this. So in order to get the real address that we are going to paste here, go back to the C drive, open the Flutter directory. That is where, or whatever the directory where you extracted the downloaded file. Then go to the bin directory. Now in this case, I'm going to C drive Flutter bin. Then copy that address. I would suggest you also put your own in the C drive. Then once you get here, double click on the path. If you have not done that already, then click on new. But mine is already here. So if you click on it, just paste it there, and so you just paste it inside there, press enter and click on OK. So it will now appear like that. Okay, so then click on all the OKs until everything goes away. So as you can see, so now you come back to VS Code. That if you have not opened it before, you open it. Then click on this essentials icon. Then you search for Flutter. So if you search for Flutter now, you should have it here like this, as you can see. Just install it, but it should be there. But if it's not there, you see a way to install it. Also type search for Dart, which is the programming language. Then search for it, see that it's already here too. If it is not here, at the right side here, you see install. But mine is already installed, that's why it's showing uninstall. So if it is not, if it shows install, then click on install to install it. Okay, so once you have done that one, then you can close this out. The next thing we need to do is to check whether we actually have everything is okay. Then open your CMD. That's press Windows arrow, type CMD, press enter. Then you open your command prompt like this. Then type Flutter doctor and press enter. So let's see if everything is okay. So if you do that, if everything looks okay like this, that means you are good to go. Your system has been set up properly for Flutter development. If it is not, it will suggest what you are supposed to do there. Okay, so after that has been done, then go back to VS Code, then click on File, open folder. So once you get here, then create a new folder. So just give it a name. I'll just call this one my first Flutter app. Then select that folder. And then it looks like this. It brings everything in here. The next thing you need to do is to press Ctrl-Shift-P. Then you just select Flutter new project like that. Then you select application. Under the application, select a Flutter application with descriptive, comments, and text. But if you want an empty one, just select the empty. But I just need something that has been done so that I can have this as simple as possible. Then you go and select where you want to save the app. So which is the folder we just created. So now it will now bring in all that you need to get started. So then go to the lib folder, and you see that there will be a file there called main.dat. So that's what you have here. So all that you see here was generated for you. Okay, so you see Flutter demo homepage. Okay, so the project is set up and you're ready to run it. So in order to run it, so go to terminal, as you can see. So I need to cd into that environment. You need to cd into the Flutter app, Flutter application 1, because that's the name I chose that time. You know that this is different from that folder or where the project resides. So this is specifically for this project. That is Flutter application 1. So cd, change directory into it, press enter. After that, you type Flutter run and press enter. So once you do that, it shows you this information here. So here you have Windows, you have Chrome, you have Edge. Windows will be that it is a native Windows app. Chrome and Edge will be the one that would run on the web browser. So here I will just select one, which is to launch Windows. Okay, so to launch it as a Windows app. So see that it has opened. Look at that. So see that it gives me, this is the what we just did. This is the first app that we just built. Okay, that was generated for us actually. So it's an application counter that, I mean, it's a number counter. So I can make certain changes here, as you can see. So I'll just say Flutter homepage. So you see that it has reflected. It had this hot reload. That is, whatever you do, automatically reflects on the application. So as you can see, all right. So this is all done in the main.dat file. All right. So now that we have done that, so this is all that we have done. So then we need to be able to also run it on an emulator. Okay. So you can see that. Look at this button here. You see that no device. Okay. So what we need to do is you click on that place. Look up here, it will show you options here. You see Chrome, Edge, Windows, which you have seen. If everything is done correctly, it will automatically show you or display all the emulators you have set up, as you can see. So you come to this right side. So you click on Run and Debug. That is, instead of running it from the terminal, you can also just click here. You can also run it from here, so as you can see. So you click on that little drop down arrow there and click on start debugging. So all right, so it will run it. If you are selected, like in this case now I selected medium phone, which is one of the emulators I created in Android Studio. So you see that it will automatically run it. If I are choosing Chrome on Edge, you also automatically run it there. So now let's make a little change to the app to see how the hot reload works. So if I come to this place now, so you see this Flutter home page. So I just say Flutter new home page. So they bring up the application now, or the emulator. So you see that after some seconds, it shows the new page. Look at that. So you see that it shows the new page. All right. So then everything still works. Let's make some change on the taskbar column. So just make a little change there. See that it changes there too. So that's basically how it is done. This is just an introduction. We're going to do more with time. We're going to also integrate AI here on how to develop applications using Flutter. I hope this helps you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. Like the video and share it. Thank you for watching. See you in another video.